One of the many small Christian communities scattered throughout the Holy Land, but for the Mother Church in Jerusalem, perhaps its most fragile daughter, certainly the most isolated and tested, this is the Catholic community in Gaza City. This week the community welcomed the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem to celebrate with him, as they do each year, the Feast of Christmas. Among the 1.5 million Palestinians who inhabit this narrow strip of coastline, there are Christians, in all not more than 2,500. A mere 200 of them are Latin Catholics, that is to say some 50 families, a minority attempting to survive in the midst of so many difficulties, with hope that springs from faith and in witness.
Come dice l'Apostolo San Paolo,
as St. Paul says, to keep our faith intact and strong, this is the greatest testimony we can offer, to live intensely what we claim to be. The continuing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, the last war, restrictions on the movement of people, the embargo on imports, the imposition of which has not significantly been effective, weigh heavily on the people. Everywhere one looks, one can see misery. The road to a normal life is long and difficult. From the Erez crossing to the centre of the city, there are scenes of poverty which eventually lead us to the Latin parish. Yet Christmas can also be celebrated in Gaza, and the Child of Bethlehem is a source of peace and joy for the Christians whom His Beatitude Fouad Twal came to comfort. Jesus is born for you and comes to visit each one of you, said the Patriarch in his homily. When we look at the crib, we see a child born into a violent world full of problems. When we consider the Holy Family, we see that true love means learning to love everyone, family, friends, neighbours, nearby Muslims. Some of the latter are present at the Mass, a sign that the difficulties, some of them suffered by Christians who live in Muslim majorities, need not compromise cordial daily relationships. But it is the general situation, which Christians and Muslims alike experience, that remains uncertain, and in which the international community has been unable to find pathways to peace.
Non perdiamo la speranza, preghiamo per tutti quanti.
Do not lose hope. We pray for everyone. We pray that the Holy Spirit, the Lord, will bring about a conversion and mutual trust between the powers that be, between politicians. What we lack is the mutual trust to implement things. I believe that peace is worth some sacrifice on both sides, and we hope that the last word is not left to extremists on both sides. Positive developments, however, should be noted. This year, for example, as many as 600 permits were issued to Christians who wished to go to Bethlehem, and for the first time they were valid for a longer period, that is to say between December the 23rd and January the 10th. The fact that we have between 500 and 600 permits for Gazans to visit Bethlehem should not hide the fact that 1.5 million are captive here, for they cannot leave. And without overlooking, continued the Patriarch, the fact that so many young people would like to go and pray in Bethlehem, yet cannot. This is because permits are issued only to those over the age of 35.
Like my father, 47, he goes. I'm 16. It's a long way to go. And no permission for me. The problem because from the Israelis, they put that law. But in the old days, like 10 years, past 10 years, it was okay. Everybody can go.
The situation, it's very difficult now.
So you never go outside?
Only Gaza.
And we are enjoying the Christmas now, and we are very happy, although there is a war.
Something which this young mother confirms.
This is the Christmas day.
In fact, we do not read despair in the faces of these Christians. Indeed, this lively and courageous Catholic community in Gaza City, together with its priest, have celebrated another Christmas in hope, in spite of everything.